Good afternoon. Welcome back. It is Sunday, September 24th, 2023. We have a few birthdays to talk about real quick, and then we have a few events. So let's get right to those. On this date in 1989, Darrell Waltrip won at Martinsville. This would be his sixth win of the season, and it would be his last win till the spring of 91 at North Wilkesboro, as he went winless in 1990. But also in this race, Dale Jarrett would record his first career top five finish driving Cale Yarborough's car. Strong fifth place showing near the end of '89. Dale really started turning it up. I think just the experience and confidence and so on. He's able to get two top fives in the last 5 or 6 races of the season. But this would be the first career top five for DJ. On this day in 2006, at Road America in the Champ Car race, A.J. Allmendinger won his fifth and final career race en route to a third place finish in that year's championship. And of course, 2007, he would move over to the Red Bull Racing team in NASCAR. But 2006, on this date, Dinger wins his last Open Wheel Series race. Then again in 2016, another last win at Kentucky in the Xfinity race. Elliott Sadler wins his 13th and final career Xfinity win there in the Bluegrass State. Of course, he kind of became a career Xfinity guy. He had a few strong years in Cup, and then the opportunities became less and less. So he did like a lot of them do. Moved to the Busch Series. Let's just finish off our career really strong there, have some good runs, and have a lot of fun. So we got some birthdays to talk about. Let's start in 1971 with former Truck Series driver Kelly Sutton. She had some decent runs, had some wild crashes, and she didn't have any cards out that I know of. I think she had a couple that were promo that her team made, or her sponsor, which was Capaxon, a drug. I can't remember what it was for. Not a prescription drug, that is not illegal. Let's not go off the rails that fast. But she'd have a few decent runs, a few wild crashes, and she did for a while, I believe, hold the record for the most starts by a female in the Truck Series. I'll have to look that one up. Deegan may have already passed her. Let's move to 1981. We'll go 10 years later. Ryan Briscoe, former IndyCar driver. He had some success there with Ganassi. Can't remember who else he ran for, but he was kind of all over the boards in IndyCar for a while. We'll go back to 1964. Sadly passed away in a very tragic accident in Toronto in 1996. Mr. Jeff Krosnoff. He was one of them that just kind of popped on the scene that year, and then just had a very, very vicious crash there on the streets of Toronto. We've got a couple that we have cards for. Born on this date in 1970. Ran in the Busch Series from 1996 till about 1998, 99. Never really had a lot of great runs, but I think part of it was just the team was kind of on a downfall, and that would be Mr. Glenn Allen Jr. You see he's driving the 99 car. So back, this was the team that started with Tommy Ellis and won the title in 88, and then Craven drove for him for a year or two. Who else drove for him? Jeff Burton won with that team. Robert Presley drove for that team. There's a lot of drivers in and out, and I think the owners were just kind of starting to get, they just kind of wanting their way out, because this team wasn't around much after Glenn Allen left. I believe Phil Parsons drove this team, because that's where the Luxair sponsorship had originated from, was with Phil. But it's always, a constant, 12th to 18th place car. Then 99, it looked like he moved over to the Aiken Sutton team. Looked like he was released about 2/3 of the way through the season. And then he kind of hopped around to a few other miscellaneous rides, making his last start in 2000 for Felix Sabates. But, Glenn's one of those guys that he didn't make a lot of waves, but he didn't make a lot of problems. So he just quietly in his own little corner of NASCAR history. And then our final birthday, born on this day in 1961. He's worked for MRN and probably at some point maybe PRN, as well as a lot of the networks, and currently is lead commentator for SRX. Mr. Alan Bestwick. So all these cards are going to be MRN. So we got a couple variations there of the 91 tracks. There's the 92 tracks, 92 Pro Set, 93 Max, and the 94 Press Pass. I believe that's 94. It could be 95. Let's look. 1994, yes. So Mr. Alan Bestwick. Remember when he was on NBC as the Cup Series lead commentator, and for whatever reason, NBC thought it'd be a great idea to switch him and Bill Weber. Not disparaging Bill Weber, but I just always liked Alan Bestwick better as a reporter and not a pit reporter. Then whatever went down with Bill Weber that year at Loudon, and they had to, make some changes really quick. But I always liked Alan Bestwick. I always thought he was really good on the mic. Kind of kept, especially when they had Benny and Wally there those first few years. It's always fun to hear the banter between him and Wally. Benny just kind of laid back and let do their thing, because the flow that Benny, Bob, and Ned had was a lot different, and they were not going to recreate that. But anyway, really, really do appreciate Alan's contributions to the NASCAR world. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Make sure you come back tomorrow morning where we'll have Mailbag Monday, going through 20 more random NASCAR hero cards that I picked up in a Facebook trade a couple of months ago. So thanks again for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe button on your way out, and we will see you tomorrow.